Hello everyone, this is the love video for the horoscope Aquarius for the month of October and for the rest of September as well. Before anything, I will give you some updates and news. I've started this month at the end of the video to release an exclusive card. So what I do here is I have the regular horoscope, and then afterwards I have a new deck in which I release a few exclusive cards. If you would like to see these cards, all you have to do is click the join button that is beneath this video on the right hand side. In which case you will become a member of my channel and my community. What you'll have access to is these exclusive cards that will give you a little bit more insight into the readings, and you'll have access to all of the horoscopes, and I'll be releasing all 12 of them every single month. This membership does have a fee to it, and when you click the join button, it actually converts it to your currency. So once again, if you would like to have access to these videos, just hit the join button and you can have access to my community as well. Okay, so we'll move on to the horoscope for this month. And what we have here is the two decks that I will be utilizing, which is my regular deck that I always use, and I also have the Lenormand deck as well. This deck, as many of you may already know, has a lot of additional information to them. So we're going to take a look and see what message they have for you, Aquarius. For those of you that have never seen my videos, as you've seen here, I shuffle my deck and the cards turn over, and I put down 7 cards in 3 different rows. The last card of each deck is the one that will be the guide for that reading. Okay, so you will need to decide whether you want the first line, the second line, or the third line, or you may choose to watch all of them and then decide which applies best with your reality. And also to let you know that these videos do work for your ascendant and your moon sign as well. It's very important to watch all of these if you know what your ascendant and moon sign is, because you'll be able to obtain a lot more additional information. So my suggestion, if you know what it is, take a look at both of these as well. Okay, so we already have 5 cards. 6, okay. And the last card here. Aquarius. Okay, so we have the first line, and let's see the last card here. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you, Aquarius, in this coming month, is that you will have a very important conversation with someone who I could tell you is from your past. From your past, but not from the past where you no longer see them. It's someone that you know for a very, very long time from the past. That would be the best way of describing it. In this conversation, I feel that you are going to release everything that you've been holding in for a very long time. It may also be a family member. That's kind of what I feel here, like a very close family member that you have something to say. That is one situation that I'm seeing here. And the other is obviously here with a relationship. So what's happening here? This person apparently and you have a very, very long history together. I see here kind of coming and going, arguments, endings as well, and beginnings. Here, I believe that we are talking about a relationship which has had, I would say, an infinite number of ups and downs, and many reconciliations. I would really say that this relationship has been very, very difficult to stay afloat. Now, what's happening is that this person is coming back into your life. With this card here, I always feel Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This card, to me, any of those signs could apply. In this moment, this person has arrived back into your life, and you are hearing them out. You're seeing what they have to offer, and it's always the same thing. It's an empty offer. You know, it's almost as if they tell you, no, I'm offering you love, maybe a sexual experience, we're going to be together. And then afterwards, it's almost as if everything is just blank. Nothing's happened. There's no future. And here, this person is not telling you, you know, I love you, you're the most important thing, and I want to be together. I see that, you know, they've just kind of arrived into your life and then they go, coming and going, and you're just there waiting. And here this is telling me that in this month, this relationship will reach its end. I feel that you are fed up of waiting because this person constantly changes. They change their way of acting, and you've decided that this is the end, and this is what you do here. You've acquired all of your things, and you distance yourself. Aquarius, this month definitively end a relationship that has caused you a lot of pain for a long time. If it's a family member, as I told you at the beginning, it's the same thing, really. And don't ask me why, but in certain cases, I feel that it would be a brother. A brother that does things that are very illicit and wrong, and they will arrive into your house unimprovised, and I don't know why, but I feel that way. I'm not sure if they're doing maybe illegal activities or something that they shouldn't, and they've asked to stay in your home, and you are fed up with this situation. And you're at the point of saying, you know, I've protected you a lot, and I've taken care of you, but I can't do this anymore. Could also be mother and child, and with the relationship, I really see it's the same thing. I see that this person doesn't show any affection for anyone, but they use people when they need them. Okay, so let's take a look at what the Lenormand card has to tell us about the situation. Yeah, look at the card that's turned over. It's very interesting. There's not much to add there. We all know what a fox means. And that's what this person seems to be. Yeah. This is a person that we really can't trust. This is the trickster card of the deck, and its presence brings cunning and plotting, for good or ill, dependent on its position. Okay, so the fox here looks back upon his prey. Perhaps the cockerel thinks he is the only one awake so early. Okay, so this card yields some caution as well. Okay, I see that this card represents someone who is, when you look at them, they seem very content, and they seem very, I don't know, pleasing, friendly, but be careful because not everything is what it seems. So, if it is someone that you may know from a long time ago, I know it's very difficult to remove someone from your life, but this person with this type of attitude will not change. So, Aquarius, keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go to the second line. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have with the second line. Look at this here. It's almost the same story here. definitively here, this is what we have for you this month, Aquarius. But this line, I almost see it as the continuation of the first line that we had. Here, this tells me that you will achieve in finding your center of stability. Here you achieve to rejuvenate yourself, to feel happiness again. Why? And here, because for a very long time, you did not want to see reality, Aquarius. You were closed off to that reality that you had right in front of you. And for many times, we want to ignore. Because ignorance is bliss, as they say. So, but you know, I am seeing here that you had some type of awakening here. And you've realized that I'd rather go through the pain and suffering for later be able to be happy again. You no longer want to communicate. You don't want to reconstruct this relationship. Whatever was damaged is going to stay that way. And you'd rather let things go than continue to suffer in this way. Obviously, you are currently suffering and going through a process of recuperation. In this case specifically, I see it could be a water sign. So Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Someone who has truly hurt you in many ways. But the positive of this is that you have started to plan for the future now. As I've said, you leave a lot of things behind. And probably you start to communicate here with others. Or will start to communicate with others, I see, via the internet. Or any type of social media that you use. And this helps you liberate yourself. This pain that you've held inside starts to dissipate. And here the swords here, if you see them, they're facing down, and the other one, they're falling out here. So for those of you that the second line applies, it could be that you are already in that process of recuperation. You've already left this person behind. And, you know, day by day, I see that you're communicating with people. I see that it could be with 2 or even 3 people, but I see this more being online communication. And if you are doing this, Aquarius, to feel better, then I see that you are achieving it, because that's what's coming your way, which is happiness, feeling joy once again, and complete, fulfilled, and to have once again that joy of, I don't know, of loving someone or caring about someone, or at least to try. Okay, so let's take a look at what the Lenormand card has to tell us about this recuperation process that you're dealing with right now. Yeah, okay, so with these cards, it's telling me that obviously here with these dice, you are testing your luck to see what happens. And this card talks to me about a lot of communication. It talks to me about going to public places where you can interact with others. It talks about going to certain clubs and to communicate via the internet as well, as I've mentioned, because these are very quick type of communications. So, you know, it is a good thing. We do need to try. These are the dice, which tells me, you know, you need to throw the dice and take a risk and see what's going to happen. And that's the result here, that you will achieve a lot of communication, interact with others, different types of people, that will take you out of that mental state that other person left you in, unfortunately. Well, you know, this is life, and at least I see that this month you start that cleanse that you needed. So let's take a look at what we have for the third line for you, Aquarius. Let's hope that we have a good and positive message for you. I see that this is positive because you are recuperating, so it is a good thing. Okay, so we were 3, 6, 7, and we have quite a few extra cards. Okay, so what do we have here? we have the last card, which is the High Priestess, which talks about intuition, talks about seeing beyond what our eyes can see, to pay attention to our dreams, what we feel inside our heart, and what our inner self tells us. I see you doing very, very well here. It's a very positive card, because when you are in tune with what your spirit says, you're doing good. When you listen to what your intuition is telling you, you are doing well for yourself. And here this talks about someone who wants to help you. Someone who arrives into your life to give you a little bit of everything. This person, how can I put this? This person has a lot of interests and plans. That's what I'm hearing. It's someone who has a lot of plans. And what is the plan? First of all, they are looking for a stable relationship. Okay, if it is you, Aquarius, it seems that you want to connect with someone to definitively create a stable relationship. If you are already in a relationship, it's almost as if you want to take the next step. Okay, so this tells me here that this can happen slowly. I don't feel that tomorrow, for example, you'll be able to propose to them or them to you. I see that this is going to be a process, because the person that you are dealing with right now, I see here two elements. I see earth or water. Or they could have both elements, the same person. For example, it could be the sun sign in earth and moon sign in water, for example. So this is to say Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Okay, so what's happening? This person needs time. Or you need for them to give you time. Okay, here I see you planning yourself. Here I see you thinking about what's best. And also in between all of that planning, here I see passion. This card many times has a negative connotation, but in this specific case, I don't feel it that way. I feel that this card refers to the passion that you want to awaken in this individual. I think that both of you complement each other well. But there's something here. There's something that to you, Aquarius, does not convince you yet. Let me take a look here if I see what it is. I don't know, Aquarius, there's a lot this month of memories of the past which are mixing with the present. I feel that there's a type of attitude of this person that to you maybe makes you remember in certain ways the person that maybe you had already left behind. But there's something important here that the cards are telling me. Give them this opportunity, because they are two very different people. Okay, so here I see something that makes you happy. But if it is true that it's not exactly what you want, he or she has good intentions. Let's be clear about that. This person arrives into your life, they have good intentions. They don't want to just have fun with you, but there's something in him or her that to you does not convince you entirely. That's what I'm trying to say here. And so, if, for example, let's just say if there was a type of proposition here in which he or she wants you to marry them, in this case, I would advise you to wait. Because I don't feel that you are completely convinced that this person is what you want for the rest of your life. Yes, they are a good person, and yes, they do support you. Yes, they want to have a life with you, but it seems that mentally still, you are in a bit of a love triangle. And I don't feel that you are seeing someone else in this case, specifically. Yes, there could be the second case where there is someone who is involved with two people, one who is a Cancer sign. Sorry, I was going to say water, but I said Cancer, so someone who is Cancer or a water sign, and the other who is an earth sign. And so there are different situations here that apply here, whichever it may be. They either don't convince you entirely, or you are between two people. Take your time. There is no reason to make a drastic decision. And it could also be that this person is already married and they still want to see you, and you may be thinking, no, that's not what I want. I want to end this because it's not that I'm looking for in my life. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. There's various different things that could apply to this last line. So let's take a look here at the Lenormand deck. Wow. Yeah, it's what I told you earlier. He or she, I don't see that you have you don't have this issue that they don't want to be stable or serious with you. The person that arrives into your life wants to build a stable relationship for life. This person is taking their time to achieve it, but there's something within you that you are not 100% sure that you want to share the rest of your life with this person. Okay, it's very important here because these swans symbolize love and a relationship. I would say an eternal relationship. That's what these animals demonstrate. Okay, so, but you here have very, very big doubts. If you are not on the same level as this person, do not accept any proposition from them. Okay, because in reality, it would be useless to form a relationship based on doubts, really. Okay, so if you're not too happy because this person is advancing too slowly, I would say still wait. If they cause you to think about your ex-partner and certain things that you didn't like, also wait, you know? No one can push you to make a decision that is so serious, such as marriage, or to live together. No one can do that. So this is my advice to you, Aquarius. Okay. So I hope that this reading helps you. Thank you for leaving me your comments, liking my videos. If you would like a private reading, you can write to me, ameliatarot13@gmail.com. And also, if you would like to join my exclusive community to see the additional cards at the end after watching this video, you can do so. Just click the join button and then you can subscribe to that as well. Okay, thank you again, and I wish you all the best.